Howdy folks, here's just a quick recap of what we did for today's lesson. We learned just some quick tips and tricks, just some reminders on how we did some basic things. And what I was asking for you to do for this class today was to start working on exactly what your cartoon character is going to wind up looking like. So if you have plain paper, that's going to be the best thing for you to use. It's time to start trying to move away from lined paper. I reminded everybody today that if you're having trouble drawing those ovals for your heads, of course, you can start with the circle. If you were watching while I was drawing here, I was just using my little round pencil sharpener here. And then at the very bottom, I did put a V, and that would give us a perfectly fine little head shape. Now, the question for today from someone was a really good question. I really enjoyed today's class session because this person asked me, how do I draw a hat on a head? So you would start out with the brim shape, whatever that shape would be. Notice I'm not drawing it straight. I am drawing it a little bit curved. I loop it around right here just so that it looks like that brim goes right behind the person's head. Now, we started out with wanting to draw a top hat, so I just drew kind of almost like a cylinder shape right up at the top here. It's not straight at the top, it's kind of curved. And then I used my pencil eraser to erase the pencil that's on the inside. Now, some things to make it look more like a hat on a head. We curve this bottom cylinder part so that it looks like it's rounded around the person's head. And of course, rounded up here to make it look like the top of the hat. So that's a basic way of just drawing a basic hat shape. I turned it into a cowboy hat just by changing the shape of the top, making it a little shorter, making it a little curved down. Now, another thing I went over, let me see if I've got, here, I've got some spare room on this side of the paper. I did start showing folks how to do some faces today. Of course, my job is to get you a face reference sheet so you have it in front of you while you're there at home. But I'm going to start with my basic face shape, just like I did before. A little circle with the little triangle at the bottom. I'll lower my camera down on this face so you can see a little better. There we go. That's a little bit better. Now, to draw a good face, you do want to divide it in half in the middle so you can stay a little symmetrical. And you do want to divide it in half right about here in the middle. Because this is telling you, well, your eyes are going to go right here on this midpoint. We're going to put a little nose right there. Just do a little triangle. This is just a comic book character. And then, of course, you can put your mouth right about there underneath. Again, I'll be getting you some reference sheets just in case you need them for a little bit of help with faces. Of course, this is not all forehead. This is where all the hair is going to go. So you're going to draw whatever hairline you want to have on your person. Long hair, short hair, doesn't matter. Still has to have a hairline. I am going to erase those little cross pieces so that they're out of the way. Maybe give mine some little ponytails. Now, we also talked a little more about fleshing out a character. So by simply drawing around the outside of our bodies, we can create the look of pants. We can create the look of a jacket or shirt. I even put a little bandana around the outside of mine. Belts. All right, so here's now when it's time to start accessorizing your character, because this is what we're going to use in our final comic book page. And then in another session, I'll be showing you how to ink these and give you some hints on coloring and a little bit of shading. Another great question today was, can I draw animals using shapes? Absolutely, you can draw animals using shapes. I was just showing my class today how you can use kind of like a kidney bean shape for a cat body, a tail, circle for the head, triangles for ears. You can look all these kinds of things up on Google. Look for animal reference drawing sheet. You'll get tons of stuff that comes up. So remember, keep looking for those basic shapes. Keep trying to draw from basic shapes rather than saying, oh my gosh, I have to draw a body. And I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised with what you can come up with. I hope this is helpful for you, and I wish you a great, wonderful rest of your day.